before smartphones and buzzing notifications. Before the world fit neatly inside a pocket, Americans lived a life that today feels almost impossible to imagine. It was a life where silence wasn't something to be filled, and people weren't constantly tethered to glowing screens. Think about it for a moment. If you wanted to talk to someone, what did you do? You didn't just send a text. You might have walked over and knocked on their door, or picked up the phone, the one attached to the wall, and hoped they were home. Or maybe you'd write a letter, carefully choosing your words because you knew they'd take days to arrive. You waited, and that waiting, that anticipation, made the connection feel so much more meaningful. Back then, evenings weren't about scrolling through endless feeds. Families gathered on front porches, the air filled with the sounds of crickets and conversation, not the dings of notifications. Friends made plans to meet up, and they actually showed up because there was no easy way to cancel at the last minute. The streets were quieter, not just because there were fewer cars, but because the drivers were looking at the road, not down at a phone. It was a world of undivided attention. Getting lost wasn't a crisis solved by a blue dot on a screen. People unfolded large, crinkly paper maps in their cars, tracing routes with their fingers. If you were really lost, you'd roll down your window and ask a stranger for directions. And you know what? Most of the time, people were happy to help. You relied on your own memory, on landmarks, and on the kindness of others. It was an adventure, a small, everyday puzzle to solve. News didn't break in a tweet or go viral in minutes, but it traveled more slowly through the crackle of a radio broadcast, the rustle of a daily newspaper, or simply by word mouth, passed from one neighbor to another over a garden fence. Information had weight, and you had time to process it, to discuss it face to face. It wasn't a constant fire hose of updates overwhelming your senses every second of the day. Children weren't watching videos on a tablet. They were outside, their world defined by the setting sun, not a low battery warning.
They played hide and seek until the streetlights came on, built forts, and learned about the world through scraped knees and grass-stained jeans.
Their social networks were the kids on their block, and their status updates were shouted across the yard. It was a tangible, physical kind of connection. This wasn't a perfect world, of course. Information was harder to access, and staying in touch with distant loved ones was a challenge. But life moved at a human pace. It was slower, yes, but in that slowness there was a sense of calm, a depth of connection that seems to be slipping through our fingers today. We were more present in our own lives because there was nowhere else to be. Now, as we stand on the brink of an even more advanced age, with AI that can think faster than we can, and devices that anticipate our every need, it forces us to ask a really important question. We've gained incredible convenience, instant access to everything, and the ability to connect with anyone, anywhere, at any time. But in this relentless pursuit of progress, what have we lost? Did technology truly make our lives better, or did it subtly take away the simple, quiet, human moments that we didn't realize were so priceless. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos that make you think.